Hello, everybody. All right, so yes, I'm doing the patch notes again. I had to unpublish my previous version because of screen notifications. So we're going to try this again. Figured anybody who didn't get to watch the last live stream can now watch this one. So let's get started here. We're doing the patch notes 0.196 Fall Fantasy, the Spirit Fest Spectacular. Okay, so when candles glow and candy bowls brim, Spirit Fest stirs to life in Palia. This patch brings a bouncy barn buddy with the flowering crown Gooby, plus the joy of multiplayer ranching and pin organization. The spooky store returns and overflows with beautiful decor. When the bulletin board tempts you with the candy stuffed Spirit Fest bundle, furnitures get a new spark of magic with interactive animations. Oh, that's exciting. And style seekers will discover deviously dapper delights with the new premium store offering. Happily haunts with materials and around every corner a seasonal surprise. Say hello to your good friend Gooby is bouncing, blooming, and oozing their way into your heart. Ranching is better together. Multiplayer ranching has arrived, plus pin organization magic. Spirit Fest is here. Haunt your homestead with new and returning items to the Spooky Moon store, including new pumpkins, Ravenwood fences, and more. From candy to cobwebs, the Spirit Fest bundle brings the season's spookiest cheer to the bulletin board. Take a seat or drift to sleep. Benches and beds introduce the newest interactive furniture animations. Pumpkin spice and everything nice. The new seasonal jack-o'-lantern lore is here. Unleash the divine and the devilish. Premium cosmetics now feature the Heavenly Creatures collection, jam-worthy emotes, and the Gooby Pet, and more. Okay, we're going to start out with new features and updates. Ranching is introducing the Gooby. These gooey, they're glorpy, and they're adorable. Introducing the first addition to the lineup of ranch animals, Gooby. A Gooby is formed from condensed elemental flow. In this case, hydroflow mixed with pond scum. While pond scum is not an element, it's still the secret ingredient that makes a Gooby a Gooby. Okay, so goobies have the possibility of 6 different color traits and 3 different flower traits. They also follow the same visual pattern systems used by the other ranch animals, which mean traits that affect one species may also appear on the goobie. Yes, that means that a sparkly goobie is totally possible. Ooh, I want to see the sparkling goobie. Okay, so once you've reached ranching skill level 10, you can bring home a goobie via the Ranching Guild store. Take good care of them, and they'll reward you with beautiful foraged flowers from the delicate heartdrop lily to the infamous elderwood lotus. Ranch life just got a bit simpler. Slimier in the best way. Okay, now ranching update. Ranching is blossoming with new life this fall. Multiplayer ranching and pin organizations are 2 new features we can't wait for you to explore. So, multiplayer ranching. Invite your friends into your barn by guiding them to your housing plot and letting them ring your barn bell. Your visitors can pet, feed, and help you collect items from your animals. Experience from feeding, petting, and collecting on animal items is shared between both players, but any item collected are sent directly to the owner. So, this is a good way for us to level up our ranching guys and to help out those who may not like the ranching skill. You can even grant trusted friends editor permission, allowing them to feed treats to your animals. Only a handful of treats remain reserved only for the owner. The Immaculate Confection Biscuit, the Divine Donut, and the Fast Grow Cookie is owner only. A new permissions menu is on the table with the animal roster, making managing access easier. Enjoy exploring multiplayer. Pin organization. You can now set up where each animal belongs. A new permission menu on the table with the animal roster allows you to prioritize which pin your animal is sent to. Pins will fill up with the animals prioritizing it first, but please note that there is still a limit of 10 animals per pin. So if you see here, you can assign them to the pin based on the icon on the map. So that'll tell you which pin to put your animal in. Babies can also now be sent to pens other than the nursery. to be able to stay with their parents. So you can keep parents and pets, babies together. You can find all these settings underneath each animal on the animal roster screen. We've updated the pins and the map with symbols to indicate which pin you are sending your animal to. That's what I was showing you there. Your animals are ready to snuggle into the new pins and enjoy the crisp fall air. Balance changes. Life on the ranch just got a lot happier for you and your herd. We've reduced the happiness decay rate for animals from 5 to 4 and increased their production limit from 2 to 3. With the introduction of multiplayer functionality and shared ranching experience, we've also stretched the new home timer on animals from 2 hours to 4, so your barn buddies now have extra time to settle in. For happier animals to organize pens, the season ranching has no tricks and all treats. Spring Fest and Spooky Moon returns. It would not be Spirit Fest without the Spooky Moon Store, creeping back into town for another year. This year, it holds the returning trinkets and new items alike, with certain cures, I don't know what that word, certain things only unlock through completing the bundle at the bulletin board. So some things on here will unlock after you complete the bulletin board. They're going to have a spooky giant pumpkin, a zombie heirloom pumpkin, a ghost heirloom pumpkin, ghoul heirloom pumpkin, ravenwood fence, gate, post, and columns, all ravenwood. So I'm assuming those will be recipes. Spooky Spectacular Blossoms. Now, this is a new flower from what I can understand, but you cannot access it until you unlock it through the Spooky Moon Store after completing the bulletin board. The spooky candles are back. I know some of you were waiting on that. They also introduced a new spooky cauldron that's coming in. There's going to be crawling cobwebs, spiral cobwebs, ceiling cobwebs, and a bat wallpaper. I'm kind of interested to see that wallpaper. Spirit Fest has arrived, a time when Kilima honors the beloved dead. Najami, however you say her name, Najama, promised her dad that she would take care of everything for her mother's shrine this year. But one special project has taken up all her time, and she needs your help to finish the rest. You'll find 4 bundles waiting for your completion. One focuses on the shrine offering, another on food for the Spirit Fest feast, and 2 more that captures the spirits of the celebration. Along the way, Najimi, or Najama, however you say your name, will introduce you to the tradition of candy hunting, where candy hidden by the departed can be discovered by fishing, insect catching, mining, and rummaging through the elderwoods. So that reads to me like our loot's going to include some candy during this update while the store is in place. Keep an eye out for pumpkin-themed bundles, too. It features all sorts of pumpkin trees, including the jack-o'-lantern lure, which allows for the new pumpkin rock hopper to appear. Actually, I'm checking something real quick that I'm realizing from before. So it looks like the lures are not going to be that simple to get because I'm not showing the lures in the spooky store. So that means we're only going to get the ones that we're getting through the bundles unless we actually get a recipe for that, which it doesn't specify. So we're going to have to see how that works out, actually. So keep an eye out for the pumpkin themed bundle too. It features all sorts of pumpkin trees, including the jack-o'-lantern lure, which allows for the new pumpkin rock hoppers to appear. By leading Najami a hand with the bundle, you will grow your friendship with her and unlock prizes like the spooky fishing bobber, a new flower in the spooky store, and the new jack-o'-lantern lure. These bundles and rewards will only linger through this patch. Through the rewards are planned to return in the future. So some of those that they're referring to, the lure, the flowers, things like that, they will go away after the spooky store goes away. The Spirit Fest bundle is a perfect time to honor the past while enjoying the present. Interactive featured items. Get ready to get comfy because furniture has never been so inviting. On your home plot, you can now curl up with a nap on your very own bed or take a seat on a bench and share the view with a friend. So So as you see there, little girls, finally we can sleep on the beds. We're excited to keep adding more ways to interact with your space. So let us know what you'd like to see. So that means put in those feedback requests, guys. But we can finally lay on the bed. Pumpkin rock hoppers and jack-o'-lantern lures. Introducing the pumpkin rock hopper, a limited time insect that makes its debut during Spirit Fest. To encounter them, you will need the jack-o'-lantern lure, a special seasonal lure that functions much like the honey lure, but some are pumpkin rock hoppers instead. The jack-o'-lantern lure cannot be crafted and is only available during the event, but will return in future years. Best of all, pumpkin rock hoppers can be caught from a lure placed by anyone. So even if you have not completed the bulletin board, you can still take part in the hunt. Catch them in their regular form or discover a star quality pumpkin rock hopper, which you can proudly display on your home plot to celebrate the season. Okay, so Loot Craft purchase location, rock hopper, jack-o'-lantern lure, is at the bulletin board, and the pumpkin rock hopper come to the lure. So it sounds to me like we may only get the 4 jack-o'-lantern lures from the bulletin board per person, and that will be it for the season. And then improvement. So, and we are not getting a plushie. Outcast was very depressed about that. He already said he quit the game, so he was very unhappy with that. And I'm hoping that the star quality one isn't just going to be a rock hopper in an aquarium, that maybe it'll be something like the one on the money pile. But from the sounds of it, it's not anything overly special, and we're going to be limited on the number of lures that we have access to as well. So we're going to have to see how that all works out once the game updates. Improvements and adjustments. The Alchemist College update. We've improved how the front door will display on your alternate display so your alterations stay intact and cottage decorating feels smoother. The Spooky Moonstore Home Edition. You can now decorate the home line, the Alchemist Cottage roof, with the leaf piles from the Spooky Moonstore. So that means we're going to be able to get more leaf piles. This outfit is awesome. This is going to be coming to the store immediately. So that'll be available as soon as the update is done. It is 3,404 Palia coins each, or 6,800 Palia coins for the whole set. Hat, which looks to be the halo, top, bottom, and face accessories all come with this. So that means that sadly to my okay, yeah, I'm sad. I was hoping those wings were going to be able to come off and go on other outfits, but it does look like it's just going to be the halo hat top, the bottom, and the face accessories. So it's going to be one of those one outfit thingies. They are also adding these 2 new emotes on here that were showing up on screen. They are going to be 425 Palian coins. You've got the Kilima beats and you've got the Spooky beats. They will play lo-fi tracks Palia has to offer. It looks like you may have to be in a sitting position and actually be using the emote for the music to play. I was kind of hoping they would give us these where we could actually place them on plot and play music whenever we wanted. But Hunter, you gotta give me a hold on, please. Okay, so trick or treat vibes, but most make it chill. Whether you're haunting or hunting, the Spooky Beats emote sets the scene with spectacular spirit fire lo-fi beats to groove to. All right, they are going to give us a Gooby pet as well that you can purchase right away for 1,275 Paleo coins. It looks like they've got 3 different versions of him. Now, you can also buy the handler's license for 2,550 Paleo coins. That will allow you to bring your goobies out of your ranch and onto the floor. They have a new makeup, a spooky set makeup that has butterfly lipstick, vampire lipstick, butterfly liner, spiderweb liner, butterfly blush, and pumpkin blush. So these will, okay, I see how that is. If you zoom in, you'll see the pumpkin blush, the bat, and then you got the lips. So it's cute. It's a new makeup line you can add. And then they have a new glider from the premium store as well, which is a ghostly glider for 850 coins. And then, of course, tool skins. It looks like they've got it for the pickaxe and the bow and arrow for 1,275 coins. They do have a new landscape, and I thought they did good with the price on this. 850 Paleo coins for the Hollow Grove landscape, But it does say it's only going to be available from October 7th through November 4th for this current patch. So that leads me to believe that the spooky store and everything for this patch is going to end on November 4th. So October 7th through November 4th. Remember those dates, write them down. Because it looks like they're going to actually remove that from the store. So if you want to get that landscape, you'll want to get it before then. And then on October 21st, add that one to your calendar. They are bringing out some more premium store. It looks like they're going to have a Kawaii Cutie outfit and a new tool skin set. The tool skin kind of looks like a Slimer glow set. It's called Black Smoke. And that one's kind of cool too. Unfortunately for our male players, they once again did not add any male costumes. The Kawaii Cutie outfit could be used for a male, but everything seems to be leaning more towards the female players still. They do have some bug fixes and stuff like that, a bunch of things with the ranching. I'll let you guys go through those if you're interested. The biggest one is the fix on the issue where the stable board decor could not be picked up, so that can be picked up now. And your barn bell can now correctly increase on the plot and go on the, I believe that they said on the mountain, on the landscapes, on the hills. And they also fixed some of the social wordings where they were blocking out some of the words that were harmless as if they were bad words. So they fixed that as well. And then, of course, as with any new update, there's a whole list of known issues. So just be prepared for those. And we always know anytime there's an update for the next couple of weeks or until the next hot fix, we're going to have a few issues. So just be prepared for those. And that is my audiobook style reading of the patch notes 0.196. I will get that added up to the YouTube so that it doesn't disappear off of Twitch. So if you have other people who need the update, they'll be able to get it there. I also have the 0.195 update. I did read that last update as well, and that is still available on my YouTube channel, Charmed K4 Gaming. Thank you for joining me again if you joined in a second time. And so see everybody around 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.